Yeah, I just had to make this video again. I don't know if I'm going to get done with my report today because there's just so much stuff going on and I can't help it because one of the things that I love to do most, and those of you who know me probably understand this about me, is I love to make fun of the fools and the idiots and the morons and the zombies, people like Schiff and a lot of people here who follow guys like that, and Jim Rogers and Mark Faber, the prente money. So anyway, and remember when all these guys were screaming, the prente money, back when the Fed was doing its quantitative easing and other extraordinary measures where they had no idea what was going on. I mean, it was a giant asset swap. The Fed was taking away treasuries, crediting the system with reserves. There was no printing money going on whatsoever. And that's how come all these guys lost so much money, like buying gold and selling the dollar. Whereas I said the dollar's going up, the whole thing was deflationary, you're removing income. Anyway, in doing my weekly report, one of the things I look at is the Fed's H41 data release. Comes out every week on Thursday afternoon. It's basically like the Fed's balance sheet. It gives you all of its assets, all of its liabilities. And in there, I've noticed that since the beginning of January, reserves at Federal Reserve banks, in other words, reserves in the system, are up by $500 billion, $500 billion in like 8 weeks. And none of these fools, none of these morons, none of these idiots are talking about that. That's their thing that they love to talk about, to sell the dollar. Instead, they're buying the dollar. They're buying the dollar because there's going to be inflation, right? And there's going to be a hike in interest rates, even though they know to sell bonds when the rates are going up. Here you have a $500 billion increase in reserves. They print the money, right? $500 billion in 8 weeks. None of these fools, none of these idiots are talking about it. None of these idiots even have a clue as to what's going on. I follow all these numbers. I know all these numbers. So it's just hilarious. It's just hilarious. I mean, basically, when they talk, they're just talking out their ass. Excuse me, but they don't have a clue. They don't have a clue. You got, in the last 8 weeks, $500 billion. We went from 1.8 trillion of reserves up to 2.43. What was the number here now? Yeah, something like that. 500 billion increase, $500 billion in reserves. Printing money, right? That's what these guys always say. And what are they doing? They're buying the dollar. I mean, it's so comical to watch. So comical to watch. A lot of you people too, you follow the same kind of, nonsense that, you don't get it and you don't want to get it. I mean, a lot of people here have come to me, they've learned stuff and they get it. Amazing, really amazing. I had to put this out there. I'm gonna get back to work right now. Who knows? I might be out with another video. There's just so much funny stuff going on. I can't help it. I love comedy. I love humor, and nothing is more comical. Nothing is more humorous than watching these idiots. So anyway, $500 billion in 8 weeks. They're buying the dollar now. Have no clue. Zero. Absolutely nothing between the ears. Bye.